Welcome traders, hope everyone's well. Okay, we're going to cover a Sierra chart blueprint today and essentially get everyone set up so that they're seeing everything correctly. So what we're going to cover today, we're going to cover the packages that you should be using, the data feed that you should be utilizing, how to replay all of this and how to get things all connected. Okay, we've had a lot of messages across the board on Discord and other platforms about people are struggling to get everything set up. Completely understandable, as Sierra Charts is a complicated beast. So just wanted to get this out of the way. I am not in any which way affiliated with Sierra Charts. I don't get any special treatment for them. I'm not paid to say any of this in any way, shape, or form. I kind of wish I was, to be honest, but I'm not. I'm just a paying customer, just like everyone else. Okay. So packages. Now they have a multitude of different packages, to be honest, that you can utilize. Realistically, the only ones that you need to take into consideration are 10, 11, and 12, because they're the packages that ultimately you need in order to execute a position and utilize the order flow tools. Okay. So package 11 is probably the package number that you should be going for. It allows number bars, which is their version and variation of footprint, market profile or TPO charts is what it's called on there, and just your various order flow tools such as depth of market or heat maps or anything along those lines. Okay. Now as an additional extra, you can have package 12. Now, there's really no difference between package 11 and package 12 apart from the MBO orders that you can see on the DOM. If you watch the streams and you see any of the order flow content we put in the past, you'll see large orders that are showing up on the DOM. And essentially, what that is market by order quantity. It shows you large orders that are waiting in the queue. You can then set the threshold there to show an amount that you feel for your trading is going to have a difference. Typically on ES, I have this to show as a minimum of 50 for large orders that are waiting on the bid and ask. And just to caveat all of this, you really need level 2 data. Okay. None of this works without seeing level 2. Okay. So regarding the data feeds, there is multiple ways you can do this, but we're going to give you both options as we work through the slides here. So you first get Sierra, there's a free trial. I think it's a 7 or 14-day trial that gives you a sort of idea where you can have a play around with the platform, really do everything. You get delayed data, but to be honest with you, you can't, game the system in any which way because you do not have level 2 data. Okay, so really you can only see complete top of book level 1, which you can look at a footprint, but any form of passive or limit orders in the market, you're not going to see any of that. And in essence, that makes the DOM useless. If you've ever went on to anyone's stream and they have, level 1 depth of market up, it's not a thing. Okay, no one executes a DOM without level 2. Okay, it completely renders it useless. Now, Sierra Charts, in their infinite wisdom, of course, have basically white labeled their own data feed, which is called Denali. Not entirely too sure who it is, but they've made their platform work much more efficiently with that data, as you very would, of course, so that more people purchase that data. But it's very, very reliable. I've been using this platform for many years, and the outages are just so infrequent, which is exactly what you need in trading. Doesn't freeze, there's no data outages, so then you can pick and choose between your different instances for what you require for your routing. Okay, um, and that's really what you need in your trading. You need to have something that is reliable so that when you are executing, managing positions, and ultimately analyzing where you're looking to be placing orders, you need to have a reliable platform for there. There's loads of other platforms you can use, but I think Sierra is probably one of the most reliable ones, if not arguably the most reliable in the market. Okay. Now, in order to get access to Denali data feed, you need to have a live brokerage account. Okay. Now, you can do this multiple ways. I would probably say the easiest way with Sierra is to go through Edge Clear or Stage 5. You can open an account with them with a minimum amount. That then allows you to show Sierra that you've got a live brokerage account and then get a discounted rate for Denali data feed. Okay. Now we're going to cover as well. There is an easier way if you're not wanting to go down that, or you're just completely new and you don't want to go and open up a brokerage account, and essentially go down that route. You can go to a prop firm. I'm not going to recommend any. There is a host of them you can go to. You then apply for the account. You select Rithmic as your data and order routing, and then you need to pay the prop firm for your level 2 data. You can then connect that into Sierra charts, and you're then utilizing Rithmic for your data and Rithmic for your order routing. Okay, that's probably going to be the quickest and probably most cost effective way to do that. Okay, and this then leads on to where essentially you're going to start. You need to make this decision yourself. So you've really got two options in the trading land. Option one is probably best for the longer term, where you need to open a live trading account. You can look at this and potentially deposit maybe $1,000, $200 into these accounts. Make sure they don't have any minimum tariffs per month or any fees associated with that, so that you can just utilize that to get cheaper data and then continue to trade prop, or you can run them both at the same time. It just depends on where you are on your journey and ultimately what you want to do. Okay, but you need to have a live trading account in order to get access to the Denali data feed. Okay, which basically Sierra runs the best on. And as we discussed, you go to the prop firm, you buy Rithmic data level 2, you connect it all up that we're going to cover in some future slides. Okay. But in general, you need to, in essence, take your time. If this is your first time diving into order flow and you're new to all of this, you need to get everything set up correctly, give yourself a fighting chance, and sit and watch the depth of market and watch order flow for at least a month so you can understand how the bid and offer interacts, and you'll just get to understand that with screen time. And everyone says, of course, when you've been doing this for many years, it's very hard to explain to someone that's completely new um, really what you should be doing, because a lot of it comes with screen time and actually just learning how the bid and offer interacts. You just get used to it. It becomes almost like a learned behavior, very similar to riding a bike. Okay, once you do this for enough time. Now, in terms of costings for this, okay, this is how much I pay per month. Like I've said, it's a paying customer. I have some things blanked out here, obviously. So in essence, for this is full level 2 data with the full CME. So this is across indices. Got this for some commodities as well and treasuries that I trade. It costs 37 and a half bucks a month. Okay, that's for the full level 2 Denali data feed. Okay, then I have package 12, which is the integrated advanced MBO monthly, which costs 56 bucks. Okay, I have a thing set up where it basically, takes X amount out of my account every month and then, continues on. So just to round it up for easy math, for the full bells and whistles, everything with Sierra, you're talking 100 bucks a month. Okay, um, and that is the only payment you need to make to have the full access to everything. There is no upfront costs that you need to pay. You don't need to buy Sierra charts. It's just a continual monthly payment that you need to make. Okay. Now, if you are only looking to execute on ES and you're not really needing the likes of commodities or treasuries, you can bring this Denali exchange cost down probably to about 18 bucks a month, where you're then only looking to see indices, for example. So you would then only have the Russell, the Dow, um, NQ, and ES. In fact, to be honest, if you're looking at the Dow, that's the Chicago Board of Trade, so you're probably going to need to pay a little bit more. But again, you need to factor this into the products that you trade and to see if paying that extra $18 a month is going to be worth it for you. Very typically it is, you know, it's super cost effective to have access to all that data. Now, regarding the order flow and market data, there's quite a few workarounds you have to do for this on Sierra, where you can actually replay the depth of market for any specific day, and you get to see the full bid and offer depths for what you've got set on your charts, so you can replay what it's actually like in real time. We're going to cut to the Sierra charts to show you how to do this and get it all configured up for you. Okay, so we'll see you when you're back at the slides. Okay, so you're looking to replay market depth in Sierra charts. First things first, you need to open up the symbol. So you go to File, Find Symbol. This then brings up a list of the products on Sierra charts. So you can see you've got Chicago Board of Trade, you've got the CME, you've got COMEX. If you're looking to do this for ES, then you're going into the Futures CME. Then you're going to find ES, which is currently here. Then need to pick the specific contract, so we're currently on September, and then you just click on Open Intraday Chart. So this then opens this up. Okay, and we'll scale this for you here. And this is currently a 1 minute chart, just a standard chart that's going to be there, and you're looking to replay this for a specific day. Now, to make your life much easier, you can right click, of which you can then have download depth data from date and time. Okay, this is going to be your friend. So this is not a standard feature that comes in with the Sierra chart. You're going to need to go and adjust it. So if you scroll back to a specific day, you would then right click and download here. It would then ask you to confirm from the date and time. In order to add this on as a shortcut for the chart, you then need to go into your global settings. So global settings, and then it is customize chart shortcut menu. Okay, and I already have all these things added. I'd advise you to make your life easier to go through the main things that you're using and essentially click on them and add them so that they appear in your right click on the chart. Now I have here download depth data from date and time, so I've already got this added. So you need to go down through the list and find it. You can just click and type so that it's quicker to find it. So it starts with D, so if you just click on D, it will then essentially bring up all the Ds in the whole list, and then quickly add it, and then just click OK once that's then done. This will then give you the feature where you've got download depth data from date and time. Okay, then you want to replay that specific day. You can hotkey this, which is a standard feature, so Control and R then brings up your replay. Okay, now for the date for Friday that we want to replay is the 23rd. So you would then select 23rd here and then say the time. We'll just make it 11:30. The speed is going to be one times, and you want to make it by number of trades. Okay, then you press play, click to confirm, put it on sim, and you want to clear all trade data for symbol and account so that it's fresh. Then the processing step in seconds, always put this 0.01 so it's as close as real time as possible. Okay. Then if you've done this correctly, when this loads, it should give you the full depth, like so. And this is in essence how you get exactly the same as real time in Sierra charts to replay it. Now, as we've discussed in the slides, you need to make sure that you have full level 2 for the data feed, either via Rithmic or via Denali data feed. And you need to then run through these specific settings. Okay. slides. Now that you've got that set up, okay, you can essentially practice your order flow with specific drills. And like anything in life, whether this is a sport or a profession or anything, you need to practice, practice, and more practice. You're never going to be able to just step up of a day, brand new to order flow, and basically smash at the park. Realistically, that's just luck. And that's the thing about trading is it takes absolutely no skill um, at all for you to put on a winning trade. You can literally toss a coin, press buy, and you could find yourself in a winning position. And that's the hardest part about trading is it takes a long time and a big sample size to actually realize that what you're doing is not just luck. And that's typically why there's so many losing traders because they don't actually know they've got an edge, they're not journaling, and they're not essentially working on anything. And just by complete luck, that they find themselves in winning trades and it keeps them coming back and continually donating money into prop firms and donating money into the markets. Okay, so generally, my view on drills is just getting you extremely good at managing risk. That's all you need to do here. You know, once you get proficient at order flow and doing your prep and getting everything into a good process, the green days will take care of themselves. So you need to get extremely proficient at managing risk. If you get in the trade at the time and due to your analysis and your trade plan, you think the market is going to be going up and it doesn't, then you're clearly not correct. So you can take a scratch and wait. There's no point taking full stops and there's no point just guessing. We're not here to guess. You want to be stepping in at a time where other people are also wanting to buy and you're going with the path of least resistance. It's the easiest way to do it. So the tick drills that you're doing, don't see it as you're there to make money. You're there to manage risk and to understand over time how the bid and offer interacts, what happens when large market orders get executed. Is the bidder offer soaking up those market orders? How do icebergs fill everything in there? And you'll see the icebergs is not anything super, super massive in the market. All it is a larger player essentially has got a sophisticated way to execute their order. Because gone are the days now that someone with 2,000 contracts is just going to show that on the bidder offer. No one's going to do that. It's a game of theory and a game of trying to get the most efficient fills for your specific trade plan. So you need to take all of that into consideration. Now we're going to cut away now and essentially show you how to get all of this set up for connecting your data and connecting everything together. Okay. Regarding connecting your trade account to your order routing platform and have everything work in Sierra, you need to go to global settings, then it's data/trade settings you go into. I'm connected here to my personal account. This is via Ironbeam Teton order routing. This is the weekend. Typically Rithmic doesn't work at the weekends. So you go into here and say you select Rithmic. Okay. This then shows the top step count that I'm connected to, which platform is the closest to it. Now, I'm using Denali data feed, which is the data, and then I'm only using Rithmic for prop to do the order routing. You can run both Teton and Rithmic at the same time for order routing, and Sierra Charts Denali data feed is the top tier for data. You can run multiple instances to do so. However, if you're not using Denali data feed, here is where you would then put in your same username and password for the market data. Okay, and then you would then be using Rithmic for data as well as the order routing. Okay, but I would suggest that with Denali data feed is your way to go for Sierra. They've got more support. It's just a much more efficient way for them to do things. Okay, but you're going into here, you're selecting the service that you're looking to utilize. and then you're putting it in. Now, if you're using Denali as everything, you just simply have the trading username and password in, and then you keep the data blank from there. So just something to bear in mind, and you can have multiple instances in there, okay? Now, I hope this has been a beneficial video for you. If you've got any other questions or concerns, please leave a comment, and I'll make sure and get back to you. But otherwise, you guys are a great rest of your weekend. Okay, take care. Peace.